Welcome to a guided meditation for information overload on Declutter the Mind. To start, let's just take a deep grounding breath here, breathing in slowly through your nose, feeling your belly expand, and then exhaling completely through your mouth, releasing any tension from the day. And gently close your eyes here, settling into a more comfortable position, resting your shoulders, your hands, and just recognizing here in this practice that we are constantly bombarded with information from countless sources, whether it's social media, news, emails, messages, notifications. There's this constant stream that can overwhelm our cognitive resources. And this leads to mental fatigue, a difficulty concentrating, and just a sense of being scattered. And so here, just take a few more deep breaths, just trying to ground ourselves here in the present moment, allowing each exhale here to help you arrive more fully in this moment, stepping away from the digital noise and information that has been demanding your attention. And starting here by noticing your breath naturally flowing in and out. We don't need to change anything here. We're simply observing the natural rhythm of the body breathing all on its own. And regardless of how much information surrounds us, the breath is always there, always available as an anchor when you feel overwhelmed and overstimulated. And so here, just imagine your mind as a clear, spacious room. For a moment, simply rest in this spaciousness, noticing how peaceful it feels when your mind isn't cluttered with competing pieces of information. And begin visualizing all the information you've consumed today beginning to appear in this room. See emails floating like pieces of paper, news headlines scrolling by, social media posts flickering like screens, text messages buzzing. And we don't judge this information, we simply observe it filling our mental space. And as this happens, notice how this feels in your body. Notice if you sense any tension in your shoulders, tightness in your chest, or a scattered feeling in your head. So we just acknowledge any sensations here without trying to fix them in this moment. And then imagining here that we have a special filter in our hands. This represents our mindful awareness. This filter can sort through information and allow its truly important to pass through while catching what's unnecessary or repetitive or harmful here. And so just imagine yourself beginning to use this filter, watching as urgent but unimportant emails get caught in the filter, seeing repetitive news stories and social media posts that add no value to your life being filtered out, noticing the clickbait headlines and meaningless notifications being stopped by your awareness here. And then what passes through are the pieces of information that genuinely matter to you. Communications from loved ones, knowledge that helps you grow, information that serves your goals and values and interests, and then just feeling some relief in the body as the mental clutter begins to clear. And now let's practice some selective attention here. Imagine that you are standing in a busy marketplace of information. All around you, vendors are calling out with news, social media, emails, ads. But you have the ability to choose where you direct your attention. And so visualize yourself walking through this marketplace mindfully. Notice the noise and activity without being pulled in any direction. You can acknowledge the information without consuming it. You can hear the calls for your attention without automatically responding. And then in this moment, bring to mind a piece of information that truly matters to you right now. Maybe it's learning something new or connecting meaningfully to someone. Then focus your attention on this one thing, letting the background noise fade here. Just noticing how much more clearly you can think when you're not trying to process everything at once. And then just bringing your attention back to the breath and the body breathing all on its own. Noticing each in breath and out breath that passes. Each inhale can represent taking in only what you need. Each exhale can represent releasing information that doesn't serve you. And continue this mindful awareness for the next few moments. And it's important to have a bit of a bubble around you when it comes to what information you take in. And so this isn't about avoiding all information, it's about becoming more selective and intentional. Just like how we can be mindful when we go for a walk or when we eat or when we meditate, of course, we can be mindful about the information we consume. And so we're training our minds here to consume information like we might eat food. We choose the nourishing options rather than consuming everything available or choosing the options that are not too healthy for us in the long term. And then let's set an intention for how you will relate to information going forward today. Consider what you would change if you approached information consumption with the same mindfulness you're practicing right now. You might check messages only at specific times, or you might curate your social media feeds, or you might commit to single tasking instead of multitasking information streams simultaneously. And so, whatever intention feels right for you, hold it gently in your awareness. And then bringing your attention back to the breath once more, noticing that beneath all that information and digital noise, your essential self remains unchanged. You are not your thoughts, your notifications, or your newsfeed. You are that aware presence that can observe all these things without being overwhelmed by them. And as we prepare to close out this practice, just remember that you can return to this practice anytime you feel overwhelmed by information. And you can always come back to your breath, reconnect with your ability to filter and to choose. And remember that you have control over what you allow into your mental space. And then when you are ready, open your eyes and notice how you feel. Thanks for sitting.